this season?
Yeah, credit to our guys every night out for how we start games. It's so important to come out with a tremendous sense of urgency, and we've been fortunate that our guys have been locked in defensively, getting stops, and then playing for each other on the other end. We put ourselves in great position to start games and then to start halves. I think it's something that we've taken away. Defensively, there's things we're doing differently than maybe we've done in the past, but our guys are doing a good job of being locked in and being focused, which I think gives us great energy. And then offensively, we score the ball better when we attack in transition or when we have the resolve to keep the ball on the move, get back in the paint that second time. So all those things are positives that we need to continue to focus on as we move forward.
What's Hassan's situation?
So with Hassan, he had a stress reaction in his foot, and there's different ways to go with it, and it was his choice to have a screw put in, which gives him the best chance to return this season and be able to play meaningful basketball, hopefully in January. So it was one of those things where if he would have continued on it, it was probably a matter of time till it could have got worse. So, proud of him, made a great choice for himself, and be something that we'll continue to talk to our other guys about stepping up and honoring him best we can to play at our highest level, and felt like guys did that today.
The hope that he could be practicing by the end of December, or that January is probably the first time you get back on the floor?
Yeah, again, specific times it's one of those like 6 to 8 weeks is a rough estimate. So how everybody's body handles it, I know that our training staff and Vic Miller and Doc Wormy and Hassan, they'll do everything to be prepared so that whatever the right opportunity is, he'll be prepared for it. But I would say it's the 6 to 8 weeks is kind of the vague window we've been given.
You mentioned doing a few things different defensively. How has that shown up? And I mean, this is the second time you've held an opponent to sub 30% shooting as well.
Yeah, I think it's not getting as extended defensively in the half court. It's not fouling unnecessarily and putting teams at the free throw line when it's not necessary. It's doing a great job. The times where they try to either drive the baseline or go into the post, where we do a great job loading up our defense and putting ourselves in great position. So we're not trying to be as high risk, high reward maybe as what we've been in the past. We're trying to do a better job being sound and then having certain areas where we feel like we can maybe generate a turnover.
How did Omaha impress you today and on both ends of the floor, and how does his role and DeMarion's potentially expand with Hassan's injury?
Yeah, well, with Omaha, you saw today, I'm more impressed by how he focused at practice, how his focus was at shoot-around. He had a look in his eye, an intent, for what he wanted to do defensively and on the glass. The game slows down when you focus on the right things, and he put his focus on those areas, and he did some great things out there. He should feel good about the progress he's made, and then he should understand that he made that progress because of his focus in practice, his focus this morning and our preparation, and how he came out right away, his lock-in, being locked in every situation. And with DeMarion, he's done an awesome job for us. I mean, we've been able to count on him. He gives us defensive versatility, a guy that's a terrific cutter. I mean, he makes play after play, cutting along the baseline or cutting on the backside when the defense gets caught watching the ball. He's been awesome on the glass both ways. He's able to guard multiple spots. So both of those guys are going to continue to get more looks, and we know that they'll continue to stay in that zone and step up for us.
How proud are you of Omaha to be able to kind of work through a difficult first three games that he maybe wanted to play better in, and then come out and play, the way he did tonight and make an impact the way he did?
Yeah, really proud of Omaha. I've said, there's not a better guy. There's not someone who wants to be a Cyclone more. He's at the top in terms of work ethic on our team and want to. But when you focus on the things that you can do and that you control, and you just stay in that zone, keep things simple mentally, then the game tends to slow down a little bit for you. And I think today that was certainly the case. He was just playing out there with, free in his mind, and he was aggressive defensively, aggressive on the board. So, really proud of him. I don't think everyone always realizes, part of this is how badly he wants to play well for everybody. It's not just himself. He's not a selfish guy at all. He's an everybody else guy. He wants to play great for his family, for his teammates, for those that have invested in him, for the fans here. So happy for him to have that moment, and now we'll continue to challenge him to keep in that same mental space.
The MTEs have been kind of signature moments for you guys the last 2 years. How do you approach it with this group and, after probably not going to expect to win by 60 points?
Yeah, I'd say more than anything, just staying in the moment, and that involves, our guys getting the appropriate rest and coming back to the practice court with a focus on what's in front of us. You're not going to play well by worrying about what's coming at you down the road. You're going to play well by doing what you can in that moment to be the best player you can, best teammate you can. So for our guys, it's so important that they stay in that moment. This isn't about going on a trip. It's not about 3 games. It's not about going to Disney. It's about getting mentally focused to have a great practice tomorrow and the next day to prepare, for our opponent as that game comes on Thursday. And that's where we're going to keep our mindset as we go into it.
You guys had multiple instances where either you got a hand on a ball, jarred a ball loose. How important have those takeaways, turnovers been for this team's pace of play and just kind of maintaining a defensive intensity?
Yeah, the defensive intensity is really important, that we stay locked in and that we, as someone's guarding the basketball, that he can trust his teammates to be in the right position to be help defenders. Where we've continued to improve and need to is turning those turnovers into points, playing faster in transition. I know a lot of times people get caught up in the pace of play, but, teams, when they get their defense set, you can shoot fast, but that may not be the best interest of your offense. So for us, pace of play being increased involves doing a great job defensively, getting stops, whether it's, those turnovers were in those gaps or long rebounds where we go get them with 2 hands. And now after we get those rebounds, we can push it as a group. That's our opportunity to attack early in transition.
The trio of Taman, Keyshawn, and Curtis combined for nearly half the points in this game. What have they really done to lead this offense as guards? And especially Curtis, it looks like he's gotten more comfortable in that bench role.
Yeah, they're all really good players, and they have different strengths. Didn't think Taman last Sunday played his best and challenged him to step up today. He certainly came out and set the tone, start the game and in that second half, and have so much trust and belief in Taman over what he's shown us already. Keyshawn, he's a dynamic downhill playmaker. He gets to the basket. He plays with force. He finishes. He's looking to make plays for teammates. We want him to continue to look to, get his feet set on the perimeter because we know that he can knock down shots. And then with Kurt Jones coming into this, we talk so much about the rhythm we want him in is moving the ball on offense and then guarding and rebounding on defense. Again, similar to Omaha, but different. He focuses on those things. The ball's coming off his hand great. He has 5 assists, 0 turnovers. So in our program, when you focus on doing effort-based things, when you focus on rebounding, defending, moving the basketball, things seem to go well for you. So those 3 guards are all really good players. They need to continue to focus their mind in the right place to continue to play well.
Keyshawn seems to be one of your more gifted athletes. At one point, I think in the first half, he had a nice drive and jump stop and elevated for a floater. How much are you guys working on getting him to play off of 2 feet on the offensive end?
Yeah, it's important for him to do both, because he's a good 1-foot and 2-foot finisher. Sometimes, he gets into the teeth of the defense and playing off 2 with that jump stop allows the game to slow down. He's got great touch around the goal. And then there's some times where he's attacking off 1 foot, going downhill. My only thing is that when he attacks the basket and he chooses to dunk the basketball, that he quickly removes himself from the rim so that we don't award our opponent a free throw for no reason.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.